we are doing a magnetic masterpiece design board. So make sure you're triggering your kids' background knowledge because we've done magnets before. So I'll ask them, hey, think about all the things you know about magnetism or magnets. Take 30 seconds, don't talk. And now share it with your partner. Ask your partner, what do you know about magnets? We're going to go over a few things after they share. I'm going to walk around and see if anybody knows anything about North and South poles yet. I doubt they'll say it. So when I bring them back, I'll have one person or two people share what they do remember, help those other kids remember things too. And then I'll tell them about the North and South poles. If you have a whiteboard or an extra piece of paper, I'd really recommend drawing this kind of a model so that kids can see what it means to have a North and a South pole. Essentially what it just is, do I have a magnet nearby? North and South poles basically is like a top and a bottom, right? And the way it works is if the North Pole and North Pole come together, they actually repel. But if they're opposite and a North and a South Pole come together, they'll attract. So we'll kind of go over that a few times. It'll be my closing question at the end too. So I really want to hammer it into their little brains. The last one is ferromagnetic, and we'll say it a few times. And I'm going to ask them, do you think all metals are attracted to magnets? And raise your hand if yes, raise your hand if no, raise your hand if you don't know. The answer is no, not all magnets are ferromagnetic. Ferromagnetic means that they're like iron, and iron is very magnetic. But if you look at like a piece of gold, this actually doesn't attract to a magnet. And there's lots of metals that are like that. So ferromagnetic are metals that we know already, like this was a conductor last time. I know this is going to stick or attract, and that's because it's ferromagnetic. So let's jump into our project today. This one I think is tough because it's going to require kids to kind of think about things beforehand and adjust what they're going to make based on like what they foresee. So I'm actually going to start by showing them exactly what we're making first and foremost. So here's my, oh gosh, here's my potato head. And I've got all these lovely magnets already on the back here so that I can make a really cute, oh gosh, face or backwards face. And I'll show them this so that they can start to picture what kind of face, maybe it won't stick, that's fine. What kind of face they want to make. And so they'll be thinking while I'm talking, and then I'll show them kind of this piece, like we've got all these different structures for you to cut out and use to build. And you can also kind of cut out extra pieces of paper if you want it to be maybe a different color or something different. So this is my Mr. Potato Head, if you can kind of see, he's got a cute little hat. All right, so we'll get started by passing out our lovely, we'll pass out our lovely piece of paper. We'll draw a face, whatever kind they want. Then I'll give them this, and I'm going to set my timer for like 5 minutes, and they can color all the pieces that they want. We'll take our scissors, we'll cut out something, all the pieces that we might want. And then we will start to take our magnets and we will peel and stick them on the back of these little cutouts. Now, I cut my magnets into smaller sizes, and I think that's why they're not sticking very well, one of the reasons. And so keep them the kind of that longer side that you probably already have prepared for you. All right, so then I'm going to start to plan like, okay, I know that I want this eyeball. Maybe I also kind of want one of these that has like 2 separate eyeballs, in which case then I'll need so many paper clips because I'm going to have to prepare and plan where exactly on my face do I want these to stick, which means I'll have to put paper clips in that exact spot. So if I want them there, then I might have to put my paper clips somewhere kind of top, middle. But if I want those other 2 eyes, I might have to put like 3 across just to make sure that any set of eyes that I use can work. Okay, so what we'll do, so just check out here, this is actually gonna be paper clips instead of these washers that you see. We can use Scotch tape. I was given the glue squares. You can use masking tape, anything to kind of keep those paper clips in place. And I'm gonna encourage you to encourage your students to use all 8 so that they can have a lot of variety in whatever shapes they build. The next thing we'll do is, as long as they're in the right place here, we'll tape them all down. I use the sticky things, right? I only used 5, but again, use 8. And then what we'll do is make sure that this works. So you can see on your paper that if they're in the right place, all of your little pieces that you've created here will actually stick to our lovely design, and then you can play. The last piece is going to just be to make kind of like the frame. So you'll take your cardboard and you'll stick your face to it using our lovely, super handy Scotch tape, or you can use masking tape again, and I'll just tape down around the cardboard so that it's kind of secure. Okay, and then I'm gonna take my 2 blocks and I'm gonna stick these using my glue. I don't think they're glue dots, what are these, glue squares? And I'll take them and I'll stick them to the bottom of whatever my frame is, kind of like this. So that way it can stand up on its own whilst it is like here, the top. Stick it, and then it can kind of stand up on its own. That way from now on, I can like go back and I can use all whatever other pieces I want to stick. If I want to make my own, I can stick those on there too. This is one I think you can rush through so that at the end, kids can have time to make more pieces that they'll want to color, or maybe they want to design their own, or maybe they want to do like some really silly stuff. Maybe they want to make a dog or an elephant, whatever it might be. So just give them time to enjoy, and also time to play, and to have a gallery walk to go look around all of their other friends' kind of illustrations and Gaussian boards, or not Gaussian boards, excuse me, magnetic masterpiece design boards. So with that, have so much fun. Project 10 is a great one. Enjoy.